What is going on out there, everybody? Welcome to another edition of Media Club. This is episode 5. And typically on this program, we talk a little bit about what we do to introduce, but also some of the stuff that we pay attention to outside of the walls of introduce. But this week is going to be a lot different. Is everybody ready for this? Is everybody ready for this? You guys ready?
Oh, the Deucey Award Takeover?
Exactly. The
I'm ready for
Deucey
it.
Award takeover. Every year we have the Deucey Awards, and I know most of the folks know what this is about. This is the 10th year, and we're doing something different with the reveal, obviously, because we have a live stream show that people can see this reveal happen live. And so um and so yeah, 10th year, awesome nominees. And so yeah, the voting was off the charts this year. So good, and so amazing the engagement. And so basically what the Deucey Awards are, for those that don't know, it's obviously a made up award system from Uno Yes, it is based on the Dundies. For those that are trying to make that correlation, that's where we came up with it. However, this award is more of a thank you to the clients we work with, and not really a mock award such as what's given by Michael Scott and Dunder Mifflin. So, and this was developed by a former intern, and unbelievably, it's 10 years old now. So, yeah, it's amazing. So, like James just said, this is a Deucey Award takeover. We're going to be revealing the awards, the award winners of the categories. The categories are most informational, most inspirational, most entertaining, and most outstanding. So, there you have it. And so, you guys ready to try to roll these out, or do you have any comments before we get started about this award system? What did you think? What do you think? I've never really asked you guys what you've thought about this award. What do you think?
Go ahead, Nick.
No, I was gonna say that it's cool that we're able to recognize some of our clients, and yeah, I just want to give a shout out to all you guys for being able to be here today and like making time in your schedule to do this. So yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah, I like the Deuceys. I think they're cool. I think this year we have a couple of upsets that certain people are probably going to get upset about, but our winners are here, and that's what matters.
Yes, and that's the cool part is we do have all of the winners here. Then they're going to have us say a few words after they are revealed. But I guess let's long story short, let's get right into it with the first category. And the first category came out the first week of April, and it was most informational video of the year. And so the nominees for this video were the Community Economic Development Association of Michigan, their membership, how to be a member or what it takes to be a member video, the Shiawassee Regional Chamber of Commerce, their video that we did for them on manufacturing, the manufacturing sector in Shiawassee County, the Ingham County Clerk talking about the clerk's duties, the Area Agencies on Aging Association of Michigan, and as older Michiganians Day promotional that we did for them, and then the Shiawassee Community Foundation, the Raise Up Shiawassee COVID-19 video. And the winner of this award with 43% of the vote, 43% of the vote
That's a lot of votes.
is the Community Economic Development Association of Michigan. Yay! And
Woo!
we have the winner, Emily Rice. I'm going to bring her on, and she can talk about her Deucey win. Hi, Emily.
Hello. How are you guys?
We're good. Well,
Good.
thanks for being on this.
Thanks for having me.
Well, all right. So let's talk a little bit about your video. You
Let's
won.
do it.
That's
We did win.
awesome.
I'm so excited.
I
We were
know.
really excited about this video. It was long overdue that we made one like this. So
Awesome. So what made you pull the trigger on it? I mean, what was the whole? You said it was long overdue. Why did it take you so long?
yeah, well, so CDM, for those who don't know, is a membership organization. We serve the community economic development field, which that was a lot of words, and that means we cover a lot of issues and things. So it's our members are doing like a just really diverse set of work across the state to help their local communities. So us articulating the ways that we help them and the policy priorities that we advocate for, the programs that we have for our members. It's a lot. It's a lot to talk about. So we really needed to work on how we articulate that message, and really we utilize this video for member recruitment and renewal, so current members could really understand what they get out of being a member and being a part of our network, and also what new members, who other folks that are in the space, that are in the field, if they're not already tapped into CDM, why they should be.
Nice. So how was it? What was it like? What was the process like working with us on this video?
Oh, we love working with you guys because it's so easy. We have an idea. We've worked with you on multiple videos, and for this one, we kind of knew what we wanted the outcome to be, right? Like we wanted to make sure everybody knew, whether they were not a member or are currently a member, what it means to be a part of our network. So it's really easy to just come with an idea to you guys and say, this is what we have. And then you kind of take it and run with it and turn it into something better than we had originally thought of. So the process is super easy. And we know that like once we have our kind of like somewhat of a structure, somewhat of an idea, you guys will take it and turn it into something magnificent.
That's awesome. Well, what was the response? What was the response to when you publicly released this video? What was that? What was the word?
Well, first internally, I think that was a really exciting response because we're all like, oh, we have this thing that we can utilize in other different ways, or again, year after year, that just like really succinctly and articulately says what it is CDM does. We're like, oh, this like really makes sense. So I think internally we were really excited about it. And then externally, like the video was effective. We did really well with our member renewal. So I think we got a lot of clicks on it. So it's just really good to see that really the connection was there in terms of, okay, we did this video and membership renewal went really well. People renewed quickly, and we got some new members. So
that's perfect. That's the best result that you would like to have for that video to be that effective. And so, speaking of good results, how do you feel about winning your Deucey?
We're so excited. The team was like, when we saw we were nominated, everyone was like, we're on it. Oh, we're sharing. So yeah, I think it's exciting because we have been working on how we communicate about all the really great work that each of our colleagues do. They're kind of all in different spaces, but reaching one goal, which is to really support Michigan's communities so they're empowered and have stable housing. So I think when we have a video that kind of articulates that really well, it's exciting to be recognized for it. So yeah, we're all super pumped about it.
Great. That's awesome, Emily. Well, we really appreciate working with you and working on this project. And congratulations again.
Thank you
for being on the Deucey Most Informational Video of the Year winner.
Thank you. It was great working with you guys, and thank you for having us all here today.
All right, no problem. You take care.
Bye.
Thank you.
Awesome. So that's awesome. That's one thing I really like to hear about was in what the response was and how it's being used and how effective the video is, because it's one thing to have the video or to make the video, but then to use it and have it being used the way that they envisioned it being used, and sometimes going well above and beyond. So next, let's move right along. The second week of the Deucey Awards, we covered the most entertaining video of the year. And this had some, these were exciting videos as well. Obviously, with the name, most entertaining video of the year. Well, one thing I forgot to ask you two was do you want me to go through the nominees first and then ask about, I know that we talked about it a little bit in previous shows, but some of the folks may not have heard what you thought about some of these videos. You want me to go through the nominees first? And then you can give your...
Yeah, if we have time, yeah.
Yeah, we can do
Why
it.
not? Why not? Let's do it. So the nominees for most entertaining video were Inspired Home and Staging, their vacant home tour, M Connections, their promotional spot we did for them, Habitat Capital Region, the Restore Roadshow, episode number 1, the Greater Lansing Convention and Visitors Bureau, the Graduate Hotel Tour, and then Financial Technology Inc., their new location. So out of those, which ones stuck out to you guys?
Out of those ones, the ones that I were on, I just remember that the shoots themselves were fun. So I feel like that translated into the edit of that most entertaining was just, it's fun content, it's a good time. Yes, we're working, but with each of those, you got to know the client a little bit, and you got to give them hero shots, make them out to be superheroes in all of those. Yeah. And that was always fun for me anyway. Nick?
Yeah, I touched on it a little bit in a previous episode, but the financial tech one was really fun, and they're just super nice people, and it was great to be able to showcase their new office. And we shot some B-roll with James too that I think worked pretty well.
I was the star. They specifically wanted us to show where people could park. So my car was a star, and I was a star, and walking up to their elevator and pushing the button. That's all me, man. It's all me.
Yeah, the versatility of the Untitled staff, both in front and behind the camera, is unparalleled. So, with that all being said, let us reveal the winner of the most entertaining video for the 10th annual Deucey Awards, and with 42% of the vote, it is, drum roll, Habitat for Humanity's Restore Roadshow, and we would like to welcome Rose from Habitat onto the show. Hey, Rose.
Hello. Thanks so much for having me.
What's funny is before we get into the questions, I have to make a note of there's something very key in this frame if people are really noticing.
Yeah, I just saw it.
Yes, they are the recipient of last year's most outstanding video of the year. And so they followed it up with most entertaining. And so let's talk a little bit about that one. James, Nick, do you guys have any questions?
Yeah. So, Rose, what was kind of what sparked you to want to start to do this video series?
Yeah, we tell a lot of stories at Habitat, and we work with Untitled to do that. You guys are helping us tell stories about our clients, about our partner families, about our programs all the time. And we don't talk about our Restore enough. And it's such a key part about what we do and how we're able to do it, that we kind of saw that we had that oversight and we needed to really focus on the Restore. A lot of people don't know much about it. There's some lack of understanding. So we wanted this opportunity to kind of not just talk about the Restore, what it does for Habitat, but to take viewers behind the scenes to see how does the Restore work? How do you donate? And to shine a light on the awesome Restore staff and our awesome donors who are making it all possible.
Cool. Yeah, and the videos Star, Josh, and James, which are 2 workers at the Restore. What was it like coming up to them, and why did you really want to showcase their personalities in the video?
I was nervous when we pitched it to them, and they both were so on board immediately. Like, I was like, okay, what do you guys think? Would you be open to this? And they were both like, yep, sign me up. When does it start? When do I start filming? So it was really awesome. And we knew that they would be great stars. That's why when we were talking about doing this, we were like, oh my gosh, we'll just take Josh and James around and we'll have them take people through the whole Restore experience. It's perfect. And we were right. They were totally open to do it, and they nailed it. They did a great job, and they're the reason this video was entertaining. It's because they're entertaining. We always knew they were funny, and it's good to have our voting community agree.
Yeah, and what's the response been like to the video?
Josh and James get recognized while they're out doing pickups. They get recognized in the store, so that's great for them. They love to see that. But it's also been great to see kind of our online community for the Restore grow. The Restore's been really old school for a long time, and so they have their own Facebook page now, and they have a community of people who are online interacting with the Restore. So to have this video for those people to kind of be the first to see it on the Restore Facebook page and be able to engage and say, I just saw Josh and James, they just picked it up, and to kind of grow that community is really exciting. And it gets to reach people who might have never been to the Restore Facebook page before or never seen anything about the Restore. So it's reaching new people to kind of bring them into the community, and it's a little something special for the people who are already there.
Cool. And what does winning this award really mean for you guys?
Well, it's very exciting for me personally to add it to my physical collection of Deuceys over in my area. So that's great. But really, it kind of not just gratifies that work that's gone into this and the idea, and to see that, like, yes, this works, this is great. But to help more people see it, which is the goal, right? To have more people learn about the Habitat Restore, about how it serves Habitat for Humanity and what Habitat Capital Region is doing right here in the greater Lansing area. So it's awesome to get the chance to share the video more with people and talk about it, and to have this moment with you guys to come on the show and talk about it. So that's great.
Cool. All right, James or Paul, do you guys have any other questions?
I do not. I think that was perfect. And thank you, Rose, for taking some time out. And it's good to see you.
Paul, it was my honor.
All right. Excellent. Thank you very, very much. Congratulations. All right. Moving right along. We are moving into the third week, and the third category of the Deucey Awards is Most Inspirational Video of the Year. And this is the one where the videos really hit the heartstrings. And so that's the lineup that we have here. And so the category, or the nominees that we have that were in this category are Firecracker Foundation. We Are Here, as a video about how they were still working and providing services during the pandemic. Building 21, their benefit video. This was basically a mission video that illustrated their mission, and it was for their Comedy for a Cause fundraiser last year. I know that an inspirational video and Comedy for a Cause doesn't seem like it goes together, but trust me, it all worked out. Girl Scouts Heart of Michigan, the shifting to virtual. This video is basically kind of somewhat along the same lines as the Firecracker Foundation, is about how the Girl Scouts went above and beyond to provide the services that they do for their scouts, and the innovative ways in which they and their scout leaders did. The LCA Youth Ministry Network, in memory of Heidi Hagstrom. This one was a personal one for me because I knew Heidi very well, and she was a huge supporter of what we do at Introduce Multimedia, and to be able to do a video memorial for her was great. And lastly, Living Water Ministries, You Are Invited. That was a video that talked about how they have developed their camping program to be available for all for no cost due to all the stuff that they did with their funding over the past couple of years. So with that, we have a winner, and this winner crushed it for 61% of the vote. They came out in full force for this award, and that winner is, for most inspirational video of the year, is the Girl Scouts Heart of Michigan. Yay! And so I'm going to be bringing in Brenna from the Girl Scouts to talk a little bit about this. James, you got questions for her?
Yeah, I can ask her questions. I don't think I worked on this video, but I can ask questions.
That's okay.
So why did you and the Girl Scouts Heart of Michigan choose for this story to be made?
So we really heard from a lot of girls and volunteers that, so many things were canceled in 2020, and so many things, opportunities were put to a halt, and experiences that people, especially our girls, didn't get to have. And what we were so excited about during 2020 and the early parts of 2021 is that Girl Scouts never stopped. We found different new ways for us to serve girls and to reach our volunteers, but we never stopped. And in fact, when the state shut down and, the country soon followed, within a week, we were offering virtual programming, which we had never done before. And so we wanted a video that would showcase the resilience, the nimbleness that makes up Girl Scouting, and those skills that we instill in girls as well. Because as nimble as our organization was able to be, our volunteers and our girls have been just as nimble and just as resilient throughout the pandemic.
That is a very good answer.
Thanks.
So what was the process like of working with us on this video? And I know it was mainly Nick on this one.
Yeah, Nick and Paul have been my besties the last couple years, and working with the team, I just cannot say enough about this team and how helpful they have been. Especially, what I love so much about working with Uno Deuce is sitting down and kind of word vomiting our ideas of what we want to be captured in this video. And sometimes it feels like such an impossible task. And you always come through with a video that captures the emotions, the message that we're wanting to convey, and just hits the mark and then some every single time. And they make it easy throughout the entire process. Even when, I have a new idea or a different idea that we kind of throw into the mix during creation. So it truly is just the best team to work with. And we're so fortunate to have Uno Deuce as a partner to create these videos.
Nice. I will say that one of my favorite questions when I do that initial sit down with the word vomit is, what is your vision for this video?
Mm-hmm.
Let the client, again, word vomit, I'm stealing that, it's mine now. Word vomit your whole idea at us, and then we will make it happen.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So what was the response to this video? Did you guys have an uptick in registration or?
So we found we did, so we shared it with our donors at one of our large fundraising events. And then we shared it widely after that. That's kind of where we unveiled the video. And we found that it really touched the hearts of those people who support Girl Scouting. And they watched this video and they, were able to really connect with the ways that we evolved and morphed, and everyone's favorite word about 2020, pivot. We pivoted to reach the needs, to meet the needs of our members, our girls and volunteers. And so it helped us to tell that story in a way that is so much more powerful than just saying it. We were able to show that. And it did also reach our members and potential members as well. So it was definitely very impactful for our organization.
Yeah, that's great. And then how do you feel about winning a Deucey for this video? And follow-up question, are you going to give Rose a run for her money next year and try to join the 2-trophy back-to-back winner's circle?
I know. I'm like, oh, the gauntlet has been thrown. We are in it now. It is definitely really cool, especially having heard about some of the other organizations that were part of the competition. I mean, incredible work happening throughout the state, and very cool stories to hear. So it does make us feel special and really excited to have been part of that. And I think it also is a testament to the importance of Girl Scouting and the impact that we have on our girls and have in our communities. So definitely is a highlight, a warm, fuzzy feeling. So we're really grateful.
Well, great. Thank you very much for being able to spend some time, Brenna, and come on the show and talk a little bit about the video. And we're looking forward to the next one that we're working on as well for this year. So you never know. You might be in that 2 trophy category. Who knows?
I know. Fingers crossed.
Absolutely. Well, thanks. You have a good one. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. That was awesome. And so we're on to our final category, the most outstanding video of the year. And what makes this one most outstanding? Because it pretty much takes a lot of what the others have put out there and just kind of like kicked it to another level. And so that's exactly what these nominees did this year. And those nominees are, oh no, I lost it. What happened? Anyway,
I believe in you.
Sorry.
I'll find it.
I'll
find it. One of us will find it.
I got it.
So I know CASA is one of them.
That's true.
So, who invited this guy?
I think all of the above was one of them too, right?
Pull a Mark Ruffalo over here. So the nominees are Vision Computer Solutions, their overview video, which we went to their location and talked to the staff and really learned a little bit more about who they were. Opportunity Arts, the Aces are here. This was actually the culmination of a 5-video series on specific artists, but this was the one that brought them all together. It was an interesting project that was brought to us, and it was a lot of fun to work on. CASA for Kids, Campaign to Care. This was a video that we put together for them for their virtual fundraiser, completely virtual. This was the main piece, and it was a hugely well done video telling their entire story and stories of those who are affected and impacted by the organization. All the Above, Hip Hop Academy, about AOTA. I mean, this was a short video that was part of a grant but the 60 seconds was really impactful in hearing from some of the students as well as the executive director. And then finally, Child and Family Charities Resilience Award winner. This was a powerful video about somebody who went through their program. And actually, the backstory to this one was she was actually tagged to be just an entertainer at their annual event. And then it came out that, well, I went through one of their programs, and then she just had, as Brenna,
she went through a lot of their programs.
Yeah. So, and nobody knew that. Nobody knew that she went through that, and so she went from being an entertainer to being the award winner for their Resilience Award. So that was really cool. So if any of you have the time and you haven't watched any of these videos, any of the videos, you should do that now. But now it's time to reveal the most outstanding video award winner at 43% of the vote. So this one was really, 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 really heavily contested for the most part. But the winner is CASA for Kids. They just exploded the voting. It was really neck and neck at the front of the week, and by the end, CASA came through, and let's talk to their new executive director, Rachel, about how this went. Hey, Rachel, how are you?
Hi, all. Thanks for having me.
Oh, well, it's so good to see you and so good to talk about this win, because I tell you, you guys, I mean, it was nominated the same week as your fundraiser. That helped.
That did help. I will say we're pretty shocked and blown away to have won, and very, very grateful. As I think some of the others have shared, just having people watch our video is so important, and having that connection to our community. So thank you for the opportunity.
No, that's great. But I know that you are the new executive director, and you technically did not play a part in any segment of this video. But why, from your standpoint, how important was what this video stood for in helping you craft how you approach CASA?
Absolutely. And I was around. I was actually a supervisor for Ingham County when this video was created. So while I was not part of that creation process, I did get to see it when we released it and really see the impact unfold of what happened because of it. We, like a lot of people have talked about, and like you shared, Paul, we had to really pivot and figure out what we were going to do when we lost all of our traditional fundraising opportunities right around the same time. We lost a significant federal grant through no fault of our own, but just through some changes in legislature. And so we had to figure out, how are we going to stay connected with our community? How are we going to continue to raise funds for an organization that a lot of people don't fully understand truly what we do and how we fit into the unique child welfare system and what it is that our volunteers provide. And so from my perspective, this video was a huge lift. We had our volunteers on talking about their experience. We had prosecutors and judges and board members talking about how CASA impacts cases and what it is we actually do. And with a name like CASA, which stands for Court Appointed Special Advocate, truly doesn't really encompass what it is that we do. And so what made me so proud when I got the chance to see this final project was this is exactly what we do. And helping our community understand that, truly from my perspective, I think it funneled into our success at our most recent gala, because we were able to keep that connectivity with our community. And we had a huge turnout for our most recent gala, which was our first in-person event since this video. And I think that that's part of it, is the connection and connectivity we've been able to maintain virtually during this pandemic.
That's great. That's great. So I know that so with this video out, and you've been using it and been talking about it, and it's been helpful, in the public eye, what did you feel like the response was to it? Like when you were using it as the tool that it is?
Yeah, absolutely. I know that we had a significant increase in our online presence. I think our shares doubled in the 2 weeks that we ran this live. And then we did raise over $10,000 for our organization with the first launch of this video. Beyond that, and what I personally think is the most powerful, is from when we released this video and then continuing to share it, we've increased the amount of volunteers we've brought into our organization. And for those that don't know, our volunteers are the ones who actually work with the kids and actually get to know them and then go to the courts and advocate for their best interest. And we've had the largest trainings, entirely virtual, since this video came out that we've ever had. We've actually brought in, I believe, almost 30 brand new volunteers since this video came out, which is significant because that means we can most volunteers serve between 2 and 3 children. So that's another 60 to 70 kids that we wouldn't have been able to serve without this video.
Nice. And I know, what was really key about this most outstanding award category this year was that all but one of you were new clients in this regard. And so it was really cool to see that. So how do you feel about winning this award, and what does that mean for you as an organization?
We are very excited. I know it meant a lot to everyone that worked on the project to just have that come out and know that it was received by the community as we hoped for it to be, and to know that it had the impact that we were hoping for. Beyond that, I think I'm glad to say we're not new anymore. We've now done our second project with you, and could not be more grateful for you and your team and the incredible work that you do, how you're willing to just take such big projects on and deal with the changes and help us come to incredible products through that process. So we will continue to have opportunities, hopefully, to partner with you in the future and maybe get a few more Deuceys under our belt. I would love to have a collection as well.
That's awesome. And also, we have to give a shout out to your board president, Jason, who was a huge advocate in who was paying attention to the Deuceys for multiple years. And so he called me out on it. He's like, we're never nominated. I'm like, well, you have to, I can't give this away. But you never know. So, but anyway, thank you very much, Rachel. Rachel, congratulations on the award. And yeah, and so we really appreciate you coming and spending some time. And thank you for allowing us to tell this story. It was all of them have been so impactful to us as well. So thank you.
Thank you. And to you and your team, truly wouldn't have had the impact without you.
Awesome.
I know you want to wrap up, but I want to say something about CASA, man.
Sure.
So that video was actually, I think I said this on last week's podcast, but that video was different because, yeah, it was like the whole story was developed for a live stream, right? But it also came from Nick and I both, because Nick did like the front half of the video and then had a baby. And then I was on Becky's speed dial for a couple of weeks as I finished it off. So it's just like I'm actually pretty glad that they won this one, because that was like a huge collaborative effort in our office and outside of our office with everything involved. It was huge. Yeah, if I recall, that November of 2020 was a pretty heavy duty November, and so yeah, that was a lot. That was one of the big things about it, was that the CASA video was pretty huge. And in fact, all the best thing about the awards, and the best thing that that we've had with the involvement in it, is the fact that what I like to hear about is how the videos themselves have made impacts elsewhere, because there's a reason why we're asked to tell these stories, and it's because it's for the for different areas, different subsets that we don't know about, or we don't see those results. And that's why I like to hear about what is the response, what was the response, just to show you how important it is to have these types of tools, these types of stories to be told, and to spread the word about what these organizations are doing. And that's what gets me. And doing these awards is that works the exact same way as like getting people to see all these organizations that are doing such awesome work. And this is a deep dive. And sometimes it's not even a deep dive, it's a microcosm of what they do. And this is just like one person that they've made an impact on. However, it can bring in volunteers, it can bring in other staff, it can bring in other consumers and clients, and that's what's really cool. How do you guys feel about these awards?
They're great. Yeah, I want to say that sounds cheesy, but like our clients are so good, and like they make our job easy. Like we work with Habitat for Humanity, Girl Scouts, CASA, like CEDAM, like all these organizations that are so freaking cool and like have really good missions, and like they just make it really easy for us to do our jobs, because their stories are so good that telling them kind of tell themselves in a way.
Yep, absolutely. And just so that the winners will know that they will get their physical trophies. It's just that we don't have time to get them created prior to voting ended and having the reveal. So I will be dropping those off personally now. Yay! It's been hectic the last couple of years to try to. I still have trophies I haven't been able to deliver just yet, so that's still happening. Hopefully, it'll be a lot quicker this time around, and so everybody will be getting their trophies. But yeah, so thank you all for tuning in. Those that watched or those that watched on the replay. This is a live stream show that happens every week on Thursday at noon. We'll go back to our regularly scheduled programming starting next week, where we talk a little bit about what we're working on, as well as what we're listening to, watching, all this stuff, as our friends that were here got to hear a little bit, prior to the live stream happening, what we actually talk about and what we nerd out on. So if you want to learn a little, plus we have openings for questions. So if you guys have a burning question about media, video, any of that type of stuff, or some program that we brought up on the show, if you have something about that, we will definitely love to hear from everybody out there. But until next week, we are signing off here at Media Club. You guys have any last words?
Not really.
Nope. Yeah, I know, Nick, you're the wordy one. So
Pressure's on. Be good to yourself.
That's a good one. Keep a good work-life balance, everybody.
Yes, good work-life balance. Be good to yourself. That's the wisdom you're getting from us today. Till next week, have a good one.